The community seems to hate Modern Warfare right now. I don't know why, it looks fine to me. Hey fellas, Treyarch, who are developing the next COD game, should really be keeping an eye, a massive eyeball, on what is happening right now, what the community is saying, what is being done right and wrong in Modern Warfare. There are lessons to be learnt, good and bad. We already know that Treyarch are using the Modern Warfare engine to build the next game. They are straight up yoinking that boy. If you ask me, that's a massive positive. I like that. This engine has much more polygons than Treyarch's previous engine. So if that doesn't sound good, I don't know what does. Crisp graphics and audio, and just large detail. Lads, the details are large. There is so much more to take away from this. Bigger successes, bigger failures from Modern Warfare. I mean, Treyarch's last two games literally straight up died because of the terrible microtransactions which gave Treyarch this egregious reputation, of being AIDS. Very luckily for us, Modern Warfare did away with that AIDS, and in fact yesterday we learnt that it's been very successful, making more money compared to Black Ops 4 in their first quarters, and that is good for everyone involved. Treyarch and Activision and Infinity Ward, well, everyone gets to stuff their pockets, while us, we get a fair system in the future, right? If it's working, there is no reason to change it and make it worse. There is no longer a need for Treyarch to shoot themselves in the foot or the jugular artery. You know, like, it's not necessary anymore to send the COD community into a spiral of depression because of supply drops. Do you remember the Black Ops pass, or is it such a tragedy that you suppress that memory? I wouldn't be surprised. Well, now we have, just a year later, we have free DLC, and I don't see this changing. I don't see why it would. So yeah, free DLC, no season pass, no map packs, just a constant flow of updates and maps for free for everyone at the same time. All platforms at the same time. Yes, please. It's just another easy bullet to dodge. Another controversy that doesn't need to happen. Normally, when a COD game tries something new or innovate for innovation's sake, it normally ends in a terrible disaster and many angry community members. But somehow, Infinity Ward, they actually did something good. What the heck? Modern Warfare has revolutionized weapon customization and progression, known as the gunsmith, and honestly, it's a big hit. Everything about it is insane, from the progression to just the weapons, the levels, the camos, the attachments, even converting one weapon into another. It's just, I don't know. It's something that we never asked for, but we didn't know that we wanted it. Because of the gunsmith and all of this greatness, at launch there was 100 camos for each weapon just to unlock by a challenge. For some weapons there's like 30 odd sights or optics. There's no need for that. It's total overkill, but there's no harm in having it. And if, let's just say, COD 2020 just goes back to whatever COD weapon progression has been in the past, let's just say like Black Ops 4, where you have like weapon prestiges and maybe like 10 attachments per weapon, it would just be, I feel it'd be a downgrade at this point, and Gunsmith, I think, is just a massive positive that needs to continue. If I ever meet the person who came up with Gunsmith, I want to smell their neck. I'm serious. But what about the bad, the terrible, the failures, the bloody tragedies? Because Modern Warfare has its fair share. We talked earlier about innovating for the sake of innovating, changing or fixing what doesn't need to be fixed, and I don't think this is just a Modern Warfare thing or an Infinity Ward thing. Treyarch can learn it from themselves, but just, you know, don't take something that works and change it or mess around with it for no apparent reason. Let's just take streaks, right? Don't take streaks and mess them up. Oh, we don't want noob players to get shat on, so we're going to make it so you can only earn streaks once and in the entire game. Like once a match, you can only earn your streaks once. Or, I know, streaks are now based on a team point system. Like, just don't even try that. Stop. Modern Warfare does not do that with streaks, but I'm just using it as an example. Like, Modern Warfare does this. I know the prestige system and the challenge system, these things that have been long-running features of the series that just work. That's why they are long-running features of the series. How about we just punch them in the face? Oh wait, yes, or you could not do that. So Treyarch, don't do that, don't look at something that just works and change it. And also, doors in multiplayer, yeah, no. This year, Infinity Ward messed around with the minimap. At first, their idea, and they tried it, was to launch the game without a minimap whatsoever. Disaster. And now, even now, if you shoot with an unsilenced weapon, you don't show up. And last year with Black Ops 4, Treyarch also did something with the minimap, Fog of War. I'm not gonna lie, to this day, I'm still not exactly sure what Fog of War was. It's something about a vision, or vision of your team. See? It's just bloody stupid. And now let's talk about skill-based matchmaking. Or do we even have to? Do I even need to sit here and explain why it's a bad idea? No. Oh, there is another positive, actually, that I did want to talk about, and that is the importance of content. Either the lack or the existence of certain content. For example, when COD moved from the last generation to the current generation, from Ghosts into Advanced Warfare, you would think, oh, COD would really evolve in a good way and become bigger games. But if you noticed, for a certain important aspect like weapons, it went downhill for some reason. In fact, I know the reason. That's supply drops and DLC weapons. But Ghost was the last COD game to truly have a lot of weapons. Then Advanced Warfare, Black Ops 3, and so on. They cut those weapons to sell it as DLC later. But Modern Warfare is the first game since to actually have a large amount of weapons again. And I think that really goes a long way, and I hope that Treyarch notices that, so we don't go back to what Treyarch has been doing with just the bare minimum, oh, we're only gonna have one launcher. I mean, remember last year? One launcher, 2 shotguns, 3 LMGs. The base minimums, or the common minimums, just stooped even lower, so we had less content. It's ridiculous. Okay, fellas, I kind of realized while commentating here, speaking my mind, that about this topic, what Treyarch can learn from Modern Warfare, the good and the bad, how they can adapt it and learn from the mistakes. It's just, I think you could overanalyze or analyze every single little, aspect of this game, every little centimeter of what it does, and talk about it. So I think I'm gonna end it there. I think I covered the most important things. I might have forgot something here or there, but I think I got my point across. It really would be the smartest thing to do, right? Is you see the failures, you want to learn from them. It's if you see someone jump off a cliff and die, and you don't want to die, you're gonna not do what they did. You're gonna do it the right way, so you don't achieve the same failure as them. So yeah, I hope Treyarch are listening and watching what is happening right now. So lads, stay spicy, and I will see you in the next one. Cheers.